Why am I acting like I don't have to in the morning? I definitely have to go to work, but we're going to talk about this real quick. And then I'm out of here. Since YouTube flagged my video, don't worry. I deleted it. Because we're going to talk about this Joe Budden situation. Megan Thee Stallion isn't the first, and she won't be the last. So there we have it. Whew. Let me share this out. Okay. Did y'all see T-Boss out here advocating for PrEP? Shout out to T-Boss still being a pillar in the safe sex conversation. I have a poll up in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that poll. Child, I was about to say, why is it not doing it? Okay, so I gotta get ready for work, but because I gotta go to work in a few hours. Maybelline do have the best glosses, yes. Hey, Rosa. Listen, favor ain't fair. Favor ain't fair. It is what it is. Look. I was just at Friendsgiving. Did a little Friendsgiving with my coworkers. It was fun. I had a really good time. I need to stop eating these gummies. They're so good. I'm addicted to the sugar. I need to stop. Let me take that back. I'm not addicted to anything. I need to stop, though. All right. Let's put that away. Hey, Couture Bays. It's your girl, Britt, going live with the Retalk and Bay Squad. We have to talk about Joe Budden. A lot of people are acting shocked at Joe Budden, once again proving to be an old loser. You know, proving to be just a useless face with the mic. Because I feel like you can always have your opinion, but come on. It comes a point where you have to evolve. And, you know, on Twitter, if y'all follow me on Twitter, I said some things about one of the co-hosts that's on the Joe Budden podcast, because we know Joe Budden is boring by himself. He cannot do that pod alone. He cannot do that pod alone. Hence why Rory and Mal were able to be so successful for a certain point of time. But I feel like people are missing the mark when it comes to the conversation of music. Too many people want to be stans and not stick to the script. And when I say stick to the script, I'm just talking strictly about music. Auntie gang, do not worry about the trolls. Strictly about music. About music. They want to be stans so bad. And this is why this Milagro case, everybody is scrambling. And when I say everybody who feels like they're going to lose something are scrambling because they think they have to do something different when all you have to do is just put out the content. Unless you're getting the exclusives, like, you know, the interviews and things of that such, cool. we seen it to where certain people were getting interviews, right? They were getting the Nicki Minaj interviews, but they were also, in my opinion, doing the bidding of her. She probably didn't ask them to, but they probably felt obligated to do it because she was like sitting on their platforms. And I think that is stupid. I think that is stupid. Never, and this is a message to the content creators, never go so hard for a celebrity to where the celebrity doesn't pay it forward, right? Unless they're doing what the J Hoods, the the views, the TMZs, exclusive people, unless they're giving an exclusive interview, and I'm talking about these A-list celebrities, do not do the bidding of them. Do not. And I learned that from Michelle ATMing, because Michelle said never sign the NDA. Shout out to Michelle. She said never sign the NDA because they will use it against you. They will use it against you. So, did I tell y'all to like, comment, and subscribe? Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip you some apple juice or my faith, the vegan water, and let's get into the mess. Did I tell y'all that? Listen, we were over there being cheerful and merry. So, first of all, get into it. Get into it. Get into it. A little bling bling. Y'all know I like a little bling bling blow. So, and get into the makeup. You see it? So, you have Joe Budden, which I thought was a fake audio of him saying some of the most disgusting things I've heard to date from Joe Budden. I've heard Joe Budden say some nasty things. I have pretty thick skin when it comes to hearing people talk in a light or a manner that is not positive, right? And just hearing him say this, I don't know why he would say it, what caused him to say this, but Joe Budden, this is nothing new. This is Joe Budden's character. And I keep telling y'all, he doesn't like successful people. I've said it before, but now y'all really see it, because for anybody to allude that Megan Thee Stallion is not successful is delusional, and they're a liar. They don't have to like her, but we don't have to lie. We don't have to lie. She's getting brand deals out the wazoo. She is an international phenom. The girls are getting into the gym, doing whatever to make sure they look like her. She has a successful boyfriend. She is doing amazing for a young woman. No kids. Healed herself from her trauma that's taken some of y'all 10 decades to get to, 3 decades. Hell, some of y'all are still not healed from whatever you got going on. And I applaud her for that. And she's doing it alone. She has, both of her parents are deceased. You know, I believe like if the people were good and you uphold their legacy, they live on forever. She upholds her parents, her grandmother in a positive manner, a positive rapport. And we've seen that. So they will live on forever. And I know they're proud of their daughter because she did it. You know, she's college educated and her name rings bells, whether it's good or bad, but it's more good. I told y'all, people talking about some, oh, I don't like Megan Thee Stallion. That's a very small few. That's not everybody. Those are like DJ Academics. He's not somebody who's out here well revered in the spaces. You know, he's borderline a conspiracy theorist. We're talking about Joe Budden. Joe Budden cries when his deals don't go right, and he's a grown man. He's been doing this for a long time, and he's been failing for a long time, and he finally has some success. And honestly and truly, he doesn't know how to carry himself. And this is why I say you got to take the things people are saying with a grain of salt, because look at them. Do you think Megan Thee Stallion wants to be like them? I don't think so. Do you think Megan Thee Stallion wants to be in their place? I don't think so. I think these people desire to be in her space. They want her to react to them, and it's weird. Let's see who's up in here. I didn't even say hey to everybody. Hey, Diabla. What is going on? Hey, Magic T3. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, Nathan. What is going on? Hey, the Bailey Barack Show. Tasha is trying to help Milagro with this case. Is she giving her money? That's the only way she can help her, because how is she helping her? I was just looking at those on IG, and the coworker was fine. Yeah, my coworkers do look good. They do look good, honey. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see what you said. Oh, I didn't even see it because you deleted it. I didn't get to see it. Facts. They're going to learn you don't get media protections if you're not a journalist who goes by ethics. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not signing no NDAs. Joe is trying to throw Millie a bone, and I'm not falling for it. Oh. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Joe got one plaque and it's gold. Oh. Listen, sometimes that gold plaque is all they need. I had a guy that made a comment about Megan Cardi, the way how he said it. I had to cut him off because I'm like you. Do you not like women? Ooh, I'm telling y'all, a lot of these men, child, they don't like women. She giving her false information about the judge connection to Rock Nation. He said that because Meg insinuated that he was washed up at her trial. I mean, he is washed up. What are we talking about? Joe Budden is a rapper turned force podcaster. Joe Budden was on Love and Hip Hop New York when you had to like come up with a song and stuff like that. And he was battling addiction. Why are we pretending like that's not true? Look, I like Pump It Up because it was in the it was in what is that movie? You Got Served? Because I was over there doing the dances. Pump, pump, pump it up. Just blaze. Dun-dun, 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 dun. Like I was a kid when that came out, and we was up there. And then he was in that song with Marquise Houston. It was like, I'm trying to think. Up in the club. You know, they had all the little cute bops or whatever. Why are we pretending like these are not things? Listen, Joe Budden wants to be a rapper. And the sad part is he can rap, but he's bad at business. He's bad at business, and then his personal life took over. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, so oh, Joe Budden is flagging if you play that soundbite. So Joe Budden said everybody's taking it down because he must have gotten a lot of pushback, right? Joe Budden said on his pod, I thought it was fake. He said they're talking about what's going on with the case with Milagro. You know, Joe Budden and Milagro are cool. That's his homegirl. He goes on to say, oh, she turned down the Call of Duty, something like that. I'm paraphrasing. He then proceeds to say, I don't play Call of Duty, but I would have got it because, you know, she could get shot up in the game. I sat there and I said, I know this is not real. Is this real? And then you hear everybody laughing and joking in the background. I have a tweet on Twitter that's going up because somebody was like, I can't believe Mark Lamont Hill would sit there and just laugh at the violence and, you know, talking about parasocials and stuff like that. I said, I don't know why y'all are surprised. Mark Lamont Hill, because y'all know I think he's trash, is the same man when those young black boys, those young black minors who were boys, came to him to report their essay. He didn't do anything because the Zulu Nation or whoever they are, you know, African Bambaataa, the pioneer of hip hop, because, you know, he says he's black like this, not like this, because they paid for his college. So if he wouldn't stand up for the young boys and males, why would he stand up for Megan Thee Stallion? He's all for self. See, I keep telling y'all, the Mark Lamont Hills, those Amanda Seales type, baby, I don't trust them. We read that article where he talked about it. Where's Hassan Campbell? Where is Hassan Campbell at? Again, you don't have to like the twerking. You don't have to like nothing about Megan Thee Stallion. But to say you would buy a game just so you can act out shooting her is insane. And a lot of the range stands are getting caught up. First of all, we're finding out y'all not American, and I've been telling y'all that. And then y'all are finding out that they're white. They're white. They're not even black. I've been telling y'all that for the longest time. I told y'all that when I walked away from the whole stan culture thing, because I said what we not gonna do is nobody could ever check me on not liking a fucking rap song. Let's start there. This is the problem. This is why y'all getting y'all feelings when real journalists come around and write them think pieces, which y'all call hit pieces, about your faves, because they articulated a message based off of the things they observed, and it hit you in your heart because you're too slow to keep up. You don't have something to rebuttal what they said because they hit you with facts about your fave. That's the difference between being a stan troll and a journalist. A journalist don't give a... You know how I know a journalist don't give a... You had Diane Sawyer point in Whitney Houston's face. This is scary thin. It's like drug thin. This you? And Whitney had to sit there and go, I wouldn't say scary thin. A journalist can say, Barbara Walters, you don't sing, you don't act, you don't write novels, you don't direct plays, you're not a dancer, you have no real talent, and then wait for the Kardashians to tell you why they are A-list celebrities. You have, and this is when I knew I loved Oprah. She was super messy. Can you look into that camera and tell the people why you lied about writing this book that I put in my Oprah's faves? That camera right there. Why would you plagiarize a book that's not yours? Look into that camera. Because you said you wrote it, right? Look into that camera. Or my favorite that Toni Braxton still didn't get over to date. You don't think you have a spending issue? You got Versace plates. I'm Oprah. I got $1 billion. I don't even have Versace plates. But you have money issues? I'm not saying the girls aren't messy. I'm just saying, you know, the mess is followed with the facts. that are presented at the time. Joe Budden is a nasty man. When has he ever liked somebody more successful than him? And to the barbs who go up for Joe Budden, he was just dog walking Nicki Minaj literally 2 years ago. Before she sat down with him and did that iconic interview that got millions of views, I'm talking about not when he had Rory and Mal. I'm talking about when she gave Little Kim her flowers and said Little Kim should have been on the cover of Vogue. And now we see she was upset because Cardi B was the first to be on the cover of Vogue. And she just had to get rope an ally in, and we said we wasn't buying into that unless she brought Little Kim out on stage and they showed that they truly made up or faked it or something, because we wasn't buying or subscribing from either side. Y'all remember that? I do. So the fact that there are think pieces about Joe Budden being a nasty, degenerate man, Joe Budden's always been like this. This is the same man who got on the radio when his ex-girlfriend said he stomped and sat on her until her body miscarried their child. She said he came in and whooped her ass for hours. I remember that because, baby, before Nicole Bitchy was out here putting up love light and wisdom post and girl power post, she was out here. She was one of one. Do you understand? She had the exclusives. She's the reason Beyonce said, "Drive her real up the partition, please. I don't want them to see Beyonce on her knees. Took me 45 minutes to get all dressed up." And got sued. And after Beyonce tapped that ass, we ain't seen Nicole G since. Nicole then turned into women empowerment, love and light. I'm talking about the creme de la creme. We seen it. Homegirl showed everything. Joe Budden then ran to, I think it was like Hot 97, and said, "No, I didn't sit on her. I was like holding her down." Did y'all forget T. Harry said he was abusive? Did y'all forget Kaylin Garcia said he was abusive? Did y'all forget that Rocky aired Sin Santana out and said he was abusive? And Sin was like, no, because he was in the midst of signing another multi-million-dollar deal? See, y'all don't know Joe Budden like I know Joe Budden. Joe Budden been a nasty, degenerate New Yorker who hates women. I think he's from, I don't know where he's from. I don't care. Let me not even fake it. He don't care about women. He's nice to this new girlfriend because he has no choice. He's getting old. Okay? He's getting old. He has a trail of women who were being knocked between the washer and dryer. This is deeper than rap. This is deeper than rap. Joe Budden's been a hater. If you become remotely successful, he does not like you. Look what he said about Kendrick Lamar after he was glazing Kendrick Lamar. He was over there on his knees, kissing the ring, going up for the theatrics and everything. Oh my God, not like us. Kendrick, K-Dot, riding the wave. Why do y'all think TDE is spanking ass now? He's the ultimate flip-flopper. The moment you become surpassing him in stats and status, all of a sudden, here you go with these hot takes. When Drake said it, y'all didn't want to hear anything. Y'all didn't want to hear it. You couldn't be bothered. When Nicki Minaj was over there cussing him out, y'all couldn't be bothered. And then when he kissed her ass, all of a sudden she went back over there. That's how I know that's some pick me stuff right there. I knew then. I said, no, Because Nikki, you don't have to sit down with him. It's not going to do anything for you. Now, when Nikki do stuff, he has no opinion. No opinion. When Cardi crashed out about him, oh, she's just soft, she's sensitive. Sensitive. When Janae Aiko had to call him out, like, bro, what's your problem? It's like he's anti-mainstream or something because he never made it. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? For Joe Budden to be in the industry so long, signing bad contracts is crazy. Were you high when you was doing that? I mean, I don't know. They said you had a drug issue. That's what they said on Love and Hip Hop New York. Rocky had a lot of things to say about you. So people out here saying, oh my God, now he's saying this. Let's pull up the article, shall we? Because I know they haven't. Let me find it. Because everybody pulled that soundbite down because they was scared. Because he's flagging people because he's not looking good. Joe Budden been a bum. Been a bum. That's why they thought Rory got those anti-black racist tweets. He was out there tweeting. They think it was from him. Because Joe Budden don't like no black women. So it says Joe Budden dragged for comments on Megan Thee Stallion's Call of Duty denial. These alleged comments about Megan Thee Stallion on the Joe Budden podcast are up for interpretation, but nonetheless divisive. During her defamation case against blogger Grams, Megan Thee Stallion revealed why she turned down an offer to appear as a character on the Call of Duty video game series, which is a military first-person shooter. When she realized she would be a shootable character, she turned down the opportunity due to the Tory Lanez case. While reacting to this on his podcast, Joe Budden allegedly shaded Megan. Take this with a grain of salt as the audio clip emerged on Twitter with no video or further context attached. Nevertheless, the Joe Budden podcast co-host discussed the confession with the panel, agreeing that it was an understandable move. But then Joe Budden allegedly said, I don't even play Call of Duty, and I'd have to have bought it off of the strength. The strength of what? Anybody with context knows you don't play Call of Duty, but you would play it to shoot her character. Of course, it's impossible to know exactly what the rapper and podcaster referred to with this comment without more context or explanation. I don't need an explanation. Because if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, then baby, that's Daffy Duck over there. I don't need a whole bunch of clues. I don't need a whole bunch of clues to see where the story is going. He literally said from the soundbite, I don't even play Call of Duty. I'd have bought it off the strength. He's relying on you No Child Left Behind failures to not grasp the concept. I picked up what he was already putting down when he said, I don't even play Call of Duty. So you would get the game to do what? When she said she turned it down because her character could be shot in the game. And Megan being an elite business person and a gamer, she knows how that would end. And we're supposed to act like we're obtuse or we're just confused to what he means. When the comprehension is there, the context clues are there. What else was he referring to because they were laughing? He's been very much pro Milagro until Milagro got sued. I don't know what we're missing here. We're talking about a man who has a history of DV and harming women. And we're confused to the comprehension of what he means. I mean, put a one in the chat if you didn't get it. Put a two in the chat if you picking up what I'm putting down. Put a one in the chat if you don't get it. Put a two in the chat if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Because for the life of me, I'm like, why are we pretending like we don't know what he's talking about? Why else would he be playing Call of Duty? He doesn't play it. Why would he want to buy it off the strength? The strength of what? The shooter? We know you don't like Megan Thee Stallion. You said she's a liar multiple times. It's like he picks and chooses. 1 minute, oh, I don't want to be the cause of her mental health because I would feel bad. The next minute, you hate her, you can't stand her, and then you're like, oh, I don't hate her, but the people got you saying you hated her. You had to clean that up. It's like you always got to clean something up. And I'm like, my God. Anybody who surpasses you, Mr. Pump It Up, you have an attitude with. Like, let's be very real. He was an internet troll turned success. And I'm talking about Take It Back to Love and Hip Hop New York. He got on there to push his failed music. It went nowhere. It went nowhere. And now, because he was so big on having thoughts and critiques and praises on Twitter, he was able to turn that into a brand. I'm not mad at that. What I'm mad at is he's turned into a stan. You're acting like a stan. When the people we look to who used to be somebody start acting like these delusional, unhinged, untreated mental patients of fans of these celebrities, it becomes very weird, very strange. Because how can I trust you to actually have a clear view and opinion on the music and the musicality from a lens point of someone who used to be in the music business? Now you're on the other side as a journalist styled podcaster, commentary, co-host, panelist. Very weird, very strange. And we supposed to act like we don't know what that stuff meant, the context of it all. I'm just like, Because let's be very clear, Joe Budden don't trend unless he's being nasty to somebody. When's the last time Joe Budden has trended for actually having a honest critique and everybody was like, yes? He turned into a troll. We saw it when he became a bought and paid for source because he had nothing to say about Diddy. He's not saying anything about Nicki Minaj versus Rock Nation, aka Jay-Z. And let me tell you something, old man, because you are hard 40. You're going to have to choose between the two. And you better do it quickly before Jay-Z cuts you off, because we know Nicki won't. We know Nicki won't. Jay-Z will. You're going to have to choose a side. You're going to have to choose a side because it's blatant now. It's blatant. To me, I feel like you already chose a side. This is what you get for being in bed with celebrities. And now look at your content. Look at everybody who decided to do something for the powers that be. They went from being the premier in the Meccas to now we don't even care about their opinions. Drink champs, The Breakfast Club, Hot 97, the Joe Budden podcast, and others. People used to be, and I'm not saying you can't evolve in your thinking. Evolve in your thinking. But we know what this is. We can see. We can see. I mean, he doesn't speak on Nicki Minaj because he connected to Karen Civil. I don't even care about that. Who the fuck is Karen Civil? Karen Civil is a nobody now. She's not even the premier manager now. Like, her name doesn't come up with the other girls. After she did what she did to Jessie Woo, like, everybody's seen Karen Civil for who she really is. And Jessie Woo won. People are just dumb. People are dumb. Sometimes you have to look around and say, when Meek Mill called out Karen Civil, baby, that should have been the writing on the wall. Yes, in 2 weeks, my birthday. She a snake. Please get the likes up. Number one grifter. And he not saying anything about the Remy and Pap situation. Ain't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Kendrick should make him apologize to Meg. Kendrick is not about to do that. Kendrick is for self. Kendrick is for self. I don't know why y'all think Kendrick Lamar is some messiah. Once you taking it, I can no longer trust you. Ooh, that's how I feel too. Megan's winning. He's a hater. He hates on everybody successful though. Your daughter's birthday's in 2. Ah! Hey, okay. Hey, listen. It's sad season. Yes. Oh my goodness. Who isn't though? She blocked me on IG for saying it. Ooh, not you called her a snake. What was she supposed to do? Let you call her a snake? Certain people are an embarrassment to the race, and I'm sick of them. Ooh, clutch my pearls. Oh my God. Jewel, I'm glad that Megan Thee Stallion is holding on to. I told y'all, like, when you're going through it, as somebody who's went through some hard things, and thank you to everybody who was just like so shocked about me talking about the things I was going through. I don't even want to say who was around. Shout out to the people who were around during that time, because it felt like no matter how good I was doing, people were just mad. And I had to realize hoes are just going to have to be mad. Hoes are just going to have to be mad. They've been mad. So move out my way, because I don't know what to tell you. You want to have wrinkles and be ugly, so be it. Because I told y'all, the things that y'all are mad at Megan for, y'all can literally transform your life and do the same thing. Y'all are mad Megan be showing her body. She worked hard for it. Whether you believe it or not, she has worked hard for her body. If you don't like how you look, go work hard for your body. Go work on your makeup. Do a couple tutorials. Learn how to do your makeup. Go to a class. They have these little $10, $50, $30 classes. Take some. So you too can be a baddie with a lash or something, or with a gloss, or waist snatched, ass fat, titty sitting. How about you push away from the plate? How about you go get your hormones checked so you can figure out what's truly going on with you? Because a lot of y'all Your hormones are just imbalanced. Your hormones are just imbalanced. And nobody loved you enough to tell you that. I say being ugly is the easiest thing you can do. Not caring about your appearance, not caring about your mental, your physical, your spiritual. That's on you. Those are self things. You can always tell when someone doesn't have self-love. You can see how they look, how they carry themselves, how they present themselves. There's things you can map out. When you're a woman, hell, even a man, you can map out when you want to get your hair done, how you want it done, and map it out, especially if you're into saving money. Because even when I wasn't making money, I wasn't making the most money, I was out here swiping the visas and running it into the ground, into the negative. Child, we've evolved, okay? My hair was always laid. My hair was always laid. They said we can't have the nails out here. That's fine. I just keep them clean. I keep them clean and I keep my hands very nice. I don't let my hands be ashy. Those are things I can control. Things I can't control, okay. Things I can't control, my teeth. I've always figured as long as your teeth look good and you have a winning personality, you can go a long way. A lot of people cry about pretty privilege because they're ugly. They won't even take the time to do it. And it's not even to do it for the men. Do it for yourself and watch how your life becomes, it has some issues with being beautiful, with being a baddie, a zaddy. You're going to have your issues like anything else. But guess what? Learn how to move in a room full of vultures. That's why you got to fill this up. You got to fill this up. Do this. Start listening with your ears and not with your mouth. Study the room. Look around. Study the room like you are a private eye. Y'all don't want more for yourselves. Y'all are so happy being basic and mediocre. It's fine. It's hard being an attractive person. It is so much work that goes into it. The work, the maintenance, the upkeep. Doing it yourself or getting it done, it takes time. Planning your schedule. Some of y'all wake up 10 minutes before it's time to go somewhere and you throw something on, barely wash your face, and you wonder why people don't want to be around you. You look like nothing. If you treat everything like an opportunity to pitch your resume or something, you never know what happens. I've gotten so many opportunities just by being at the right place at the right time, and I didn't look crazy. I looked amazing. Smell good. Look good. Clean. You don't have to be dripped in designer. You just need to look like money. Articulate yourself very well. Be yourself. A lot of y'all want to be other people. That's why your life sucks. That's why y'all hate the girls like Megan Thee Stallion. Megan has been the same. I have been following Megan since she was mixtape Megan. She's not faking it. This is who she is. She came in doing the anime thing because she likes anime. That's where she pulled a lot of her ideas from the anime. She likes it. You could tell she likes it. She reads it. Y'all are just mad because she was able to tap into her creativity. If some of you would tap into your creativity, you would be a lot more successful. You wouldn't have to look at her. That's why y'all can't stand a Doja or a Doechii or a Cardi, because they're being themselves, or a Sexy Red. And that's a whole nother topic. I can't believe people like Sexy. She's being herself. She's being a hood rat. She's being ratchet. Icy Spicy still winning because she's being herself. She wants to shake her ass. She's in her 20s. That's what you do when you're young. It's different if you're in your 40s and 50s doing them. Because, baby, what? You got kids now. You gotta, Do a little, a classy twerk. Do a little Sierra twerk. A little Beyonce. A little Kelly Rowland. A little Monica. A little Brandy. Okay, do a little something, something. A little itchy, yeah. A little Debbie Allen. Classy. Because at that point, you should be doing the class. The class, like, let the young girls have it. Y'all be hating. Y'all be like, oh. Back in my day, we know what y'all was doing back in the day. Y'all had the Freaknik. Y'all had all kinds of stuff. We didn't have that when I was coming up. We had Coachella. We had Wireless Festival. We had Rolling Loud. Back in y'all day, y'all had Woodstock. Freaknik. Y'all had the juke joints. And y'all want to present to us like y'all been out here living saint and sanctified all your lives. Police. Police. Who was Trick Daddy saying, whoop, whoop, pull over that ass too fat too? Who was he saying that to? Who was Juvenile telling to back that ass up to? Who was Uncle Luke saying pop that puss to? Because it wasn't to us. They are our uncles now. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. I can't stand when y'all be doing that. Y'all be like, I would never. What are you talking? What? Who were they? Who was they making them Daisy Duke songs about? You and that booty or that monkey or something, whatever E40 and Candy was over there talking about. Who was they saying that to? P popping in a handstand. Who was that for? It must be your ass because it's not your face. I need a tip drill. Who was that for? The Freak-a-Leak. Who was that for? All these Get Down and Twerk, Yin Yang Twins, East Side, Little John, Juvenile and Cash Money. Who is that? That is the only one we was like really Lil Wayne. Because we in school, all that other stuff, what? I told y'all the first time I heard the Whisper song for real, I said, wait a minute. We did that reading. Missy Elliott saying, Coochie, don't fail me now. Who was that for? The Saints? The Workout Plan by Kanye West? David Banner? Don't piss me off. Y'all be acting like y'all real sanctified and holy. I didn't see y'all out here singing none of them good Christian songs. I didn't see y'all singing them because those would have been on the hot Billboard 100s. Talking about some saved and sanctified. Y'all was out here popping pee and shaking ass. Please. Please. No. Cause I'm trying to figure it out. I was a child when these songs came out. I was a child. I was singing the good gospel. I was over there singing the Take Me to the Kings. I didn't know nothing about that. And the Itsy Bitsy Spider and stuff like that. When I finally got on the scene, they said them songs was old. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't know nothing about that. Okay, the girls was already popping pee and shaking ass. I told y'all I don't know how to twerk because I missed that time. I don't know when they were showing the girls how to do it, but I missed my opportunity. I missed my opportunity. I could do the split because I was in cheerleading. I was in dance. But twerking, I was like, twerking. When I saw Megan, I said, well, I got Megan knees. I could stay down there. I can get up and get back down. But I don't even know how to twerk. I don't even get it. I'm like, what? When I learn how to twerk, it's over for you hoes. They say that's why some of y'all are angry, because you got too much built up in your chakras. You need to start twerking, wind them hips. That's the problem. Y'all was doing all that twerking. Y'all was happy. Look what happened. Y'all stopped twerking. Now everybody is just negative. Negative Nancy's. Y'all need to start winding the hips up again. Yeah. Where my spiritual girlies at? We need to start twerking again. Make twerking cool again. We need to start. Maybe if you rattle some of that trauma out your hips, you'll stop being nasty. Maybe Joe Budden need to go twerk somewhere. Okay, because it's crazy. Yes, bless her. Because I'm like, child, I'm telling y'all, once I learn how to twerk, it's over. It's over. I'm going to be throwing that there. I'm telling you. Oh. Be up there. Yes. I'm trying to be like Sherry was when we was at the meet and greet. Left cheek, right cheek, left cheek. I was like, oh my God. Not the butterfly. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to be out there. Shake that trauma out your hips, baby. Yes. The crybaby. What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No. But yeah, Joe Budden is a hater. Y'all knew Joe Budden was a hater. His claim to fame is Pump It Up. And he couldn't even get that to be like number one. Like, it is so wild to me. Yes, the birthday coming up. Ah, it's Sage season, yes. I'm super excited. I don't even know what I'm doing for my birthday, but I tell y'all what I'm doing for New Year's. I'm getting the hell up out of here. I need a break. Mama is tired. I have been working for 40 days and 40 nights. No, I just feel like this. When you have somebody like a Joe Budden hating on you, I'm not one of those ones like just pray for him. Absolutely not. Get that hoe up out your energy. Just he got some healing to do. He got a grown son out here lost and confused, begging another grown man to put him on, and his daddy is a podcaster. That should tell you all you need to know. Like, how do you have the opportunities and don't even want to put your oldest son on? Like, no wonder Sin had to go get pregnant by somebody else because you're cheap. Nothing more dangerous than a cheap, broken man. And on that note, We gotta go. What are your thoughts, babes? What are your opinions? Comment down below. We gotta go. Bye, hoes.